I'm going to make one video a day for 30 days in a row. And that's the only rule. Like, I'm not going to go, it has to be fancy, or it has to be about this. But I think there has to be a rule, and the rule is one video a day for 30 days. And I think that's just a great way to start, and like to just get stuff out into the world and lower the pressure. And I know for a fact, and like this is my sort of my litmus test, which is a fancy way of saying it, is I know if I do one video for 30 days in a row, like my YouTube will grow, or I will learn something from it. By very definition, I'm going to have to create 30 times, and I think creating is a really good way to move forward in life. Like, I know for certain if I don't do a video every day, like, nothing's really going to happen, or nothing's going to change. So, but if I do 30, something might not happen, but even something small, or maybe I enjoy it, or maybe I see like certain videos do well, or maybe I just get over the anxiety of having to put out a video. Like, and I think that's been one of my reasons why I don't make videos, because I obviously overthink things. And because I've worked in so many things, I've got so many different interests, I'm always like, well, what should I make a video about? Or like, how, and is the video going to be good enough? And while like it helps like being a perfectionist sometimes, it can also take away a lot. So this is my new goal over the next, sure, I'm going to Italy though. But yeah, even when I'm there, like screw it. I don't even know if you can swear on YouTube yet. I know some of the guys do after 1 minute, and we are in 1 minute 38. So effort. Even when I'm in Italy, I can still make a video a day. Like especially if it's a low barrier to entry. Like what I'm doing right now, I'm sitting in my car and got my cell phone up, and there's no rule on time limits. There's no rule on anything. It's just creating. And I think once you get into the habit of doing something, it becomes more achievable, and you start getting data, you start getting feedback, you start realizing it's not that hard. And also you start having to think like, okay, if I'm doing it every day and I make that commitment, your mind starts finding solutions subconsciously, because now you've said you have to do something, so now you're going to do it. And I think this is what I want to do, and like telling you guys, or however few people watch this in the beginning, I've made a commitment. So now I have to keep, and I know I like keeping my commitment, sometimes more to people than I even do to myself, especially if it's now become public. Like if I make a bet with someone, I generally always win, because like I don't want to lose. So now I've said I'm going to do it, so that's the next thing. So I'm just really looking forward to just doing it and seeing what comes of it. And maybe it's not for me, maybe it's just the start, but I am looking forward to the way it can come across. Like I do want to do a bit of research. I don't just want it to be just talking to the camera, but I do want to be documenting my life a little bit. Yeah, and it is scary starting off again. It's scary putting your opinion out there, but also what I've come to realize is that the more you've got opinion, the more you'll do well, because your people will either agree with it or disagree with it. And we know there's those trolls on the internet all over the place that if they don't agree with your opinion, they're going to blow up in the comments, they're going to talk nonsense, and then all of a sudden now your video is doing well. So screw it, like let's do it, as Richard Branson would say. But yeah, besides that, I feel like I've got a lot I want to share. Now that I've got healthier and happier, and I've got more time, and my mind is like, I haven't been drinking much, I've been exercising, I've been trying to go to bed early. There's a lot of stuff I want to share, and my life has got so much better because of a couple of things, and I'd like to go into detail of all those things, and just daily the decisions, because I know this is going to come across as arrogant, and yeah, I mean, it's not, I don't want it to come across as arrogant, but I want it to come across as confident. And I know we all follow like the businessmen or the athletes or whatever, once they've got there, and they all like explain how like all their hacks, and they've got these like 3-hour morning routines, and but like no one really shares how they got there. They all share like once they're there. And for me, like I know I'm gonna make something of my life. I don't want to be a billionaire. Like part of me does, but also like that's not my goal for life. My goal for life is to develop my spirit or my soul and strengthen that, because I believe your soul or spirit is what's with you forever. And almost like at the moment I feel, sure, this got deep quickly, eh? At the moment I feel like God has given us a spirit and He's given us an earth experience, and and we've got a body that our spirit then inhabits. And I believe that what we do in this physical world can strengthen your spirit, but your spirit lasts long after we die. It's one of those things like store up riches in heaven. And like, this is not supposed to be like a Christian or religious video, but I do believe we have a spirit, and I do want to have experiences in life that grow my spirit. That like whenever I do something good, or whenever I help someone, like my spirit grows. Whenever I do something that's hard, I didn't know if I could do it, or whenever I overcome something, I believe my spirit gets stronger. And I mean, like, I do believe God's spirit like strengthens us as well, but that's a whole different other video. But for me, my goal is to help people, and for people to realize that they need their spirits to grow. And I believe everyone's got a spirit, and I think slowly over time it sort of deteriorates or it grows, and it can often be quite a lonely path. I've had like quite lonely days, nothing that anyone needs to be concerned about, but it is lonely, like when you are trying to grow, because you're sort of like losing, like as a hermit crab does, like loses its shell. I don't of all the animals I could have thought of, I didn't really think I was gonna compare myself to a hermit crab, but you know what I mean. Like as you grow, certain things in your life don't fit anymore, and it's hard at times, but it's also a good thing because it means you're moving to the next stage. And so this is my first video, and to be honest, it actually wasn't that bad. And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed it, or if there's anything like I know in the beginning only probably like I don't know, 100 people maybe are gonna watch it, and I don't even know of those 100 people, maybe 5 or 2 people might have got to this stage. So hi mom, hopefully my mom watched it up to here. But if you have watched it up to here, and if there's anything like you found value in here, or if there's anything you would like to know my thoughts on, or like please leave it in the comments. Like I want this to be a back and forth. I don't just want to sit and talk to a camera like all day. Like that's pretty lame. Like I'd love to grow a community, and like even off YouTube, like set up like I've always had this vision where I wanted to set up a community for like young men, or who want to become better, or who want to be businessmen, or I don't know, like I don't know yet. Like this is still the beginning, but yeah, like would love some feedback, would love a follow if you enjoyed this, and yeah, I hope you have a beautiful day, and hope it's blessed as always.